My name is Dr. Ronald Linkow, practiced general dentistry from 1973 to 2018. I'm a general dentist specializing in restorative dentistry. I called myself a restorative jeweler. If it hurt or it bleed, I would send it to a specialist, and that's how I got to know the Dr. Poulos office. I really knew that office from their inceptors, Dr. Orban, in the Republic building where I started my career. It went from Dr. Orban to Dr. Silverman to Dr. Michael Poulos and down to the office that you know today. Dr. Orban was one of the founders of the field of periodontology. And because they were a couple floors away from me in the Republic building, I made it a point to get to know those folks very well. From that point forward, I always tried to use that office as much as I could. The gums have always been the foundation for everything that goes forward. It's the beginning of everything. So just like you wouldn't build a building in mud, you cannot do sophisticated dentistry if you don't have a healthy foundation with the gum situation. So I started referring to Dr. Orban and to Dr. Poulos and to Nick whenever I felt that was indicated to give a patient the best results. The benefit of having good periodontal health is that the teeth are secure and they're sound in the bone, and do any kind of crowns or bridges or implants or any of those types of things, one would always need healthy gum tissue. It stops the bleeding. Your impressions would be correct. You just couldn't go forward if you were just in an unhealthy environment. If a patient had gums that bled too easily, they had bone loss, they had mucogingival troubles, which meant that wrong kind of gum tissue was around the teeth, I knew that I couldn't go forward with creating an optimum situation. So I would refer them over to Dr. Poulos' office, where they would do their exam, and there was always communication. In the old days, it was letters, then it became emails, and oftentimes phone calls, where we could map out a total treatment plan. And the total treatment plan always starts with the gum treatment first. After the gum treatment was done, and that could take a while, the patients were referred back to me so I could continue the treatment. And I've been a patient there as well. I have had an implant done over there by Nick, cogingival surgery done by Mike, and just recently I've also had a flap procedure done by Dr. Nick. So as a dentist who knows more than the average person going into the office, I was always very impressed. It just confirmed why I would always work with that office. When you first walk into the office, the front desk people are very kind and they acknowledge you right away. They always care of, the best hygiene protocols, keeping the operatories ready to go and clean. Always on time. I even go there to have my routine cleanings done. Just so well. Everything about it is just correct. The motto talks about improving the lives and care for everybody, and that's exactly what they do. The procedures for me went well. There was no post-operative problems. They were very thorough in describing how everything was going to be done and what I could expect afterwards. To the profession, they just can't go wrong using the office. Has used a lot of techniques that were developed in patient management. We shared that between my practice and theirs in terms of how we would talk to people and greet people and manage people. And to general public, you're going to get the best care. And Dr. Poulos' office has maintained that professionalism that I think patients really would like to have when they enter into an office.